Hello, this is Winnie, and I'm going to be talking about picture books for kids. And I have a lot of children's books from my childhood, so I'll go through some of those. I'll start off with this one because I think it's one of the ones aimed at younger children. And you can see the book is very glittery and colorful, and it's in a fun shape like an Easter egg. It's just very visually interesting. And so inside, the images have to follow the shape of the book, and the text varies for where it is on the page, which is more interesting than if it was in the same place all the time. And the story's about this chick and this shiny egg that won't hatch, and it turns out it's just a chocolate egg, and they end up sharing the egg. So it's just a very simple children's book. And all the information about the author and stuff is on the back because I'm guessing it won't fit anywhere else. So yeah. And next we'll have the mouse count. I think it's a simpler book than this one actually, because it's just a book about counting. And the designs are also very simple. Like, the mice don't have outlines of any sort, and the book is wider than it is tall, and I think that's good for the story because of how it's told. Like, there's a lineup of mice. There's 10 of them, and the snake, which is also very long. So. Oh, and it's on the cover of it wraps around the cover of the book. And yeah, so it's just about the snake getting mice for its dinner and counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's good for the pacing that it's about like one number each page, because it's like pausing it in a way. So the mice end up tricking the snake and they don't get eaten, so that's good. Now Dr. Seuss. This is a collection of Dr. Seuss stories. He was good at making very visually interesting illustrations, like with all sorts of strange creatures, and the images are all very different from page to page. They're not all like one image in the same place every page, like this might be, but it's just. And it's also very good at motion. Like, your eyes follow the motion of like where it's going, like the line of motion everywhere. And it's just interesting. And it's night time here. Oh, and how he uses color too. Like the important subject is like the colored one, which is the flower here. And I think another book that shows motion well is the Magic School Bus ones. Like here, see the eggs are rolling and the salt is pouring and baking soda and vinegar are reacting, and there's speech bubbles, which makes it more interactive, like more like a comic than just images, I guess. And this is kind of contrast to this series of books, I think, which the illustrations look nice, but they don't move much Like, they're just kind of still images. They don't really show the movements across the pages, like the story's progressing, but it doesn't feel like there's much movement in the individual images. I also have some Chinese children's books, which I thought might be interesting to look at. And this one, Winnie the Pooh, I think is pretty similar to the English ones, with, you know, the big images and the placement of the text. This one I think is some sort of comic. I can't actually read Chinese, so it's just something. It looks just like a English comic too, I guess. This one is actually designed kind of badly, because the text is often like in places where it's hard to read. Like, this one's just in the clouds, and it makes it harder to read than if it was in like a plain place, which is kind of strange. Here's some storybook collections. I think this was used for school, actually. But I think the placement of the text and images in this one is good, because they're all different, and it's kind of a lot of different things going on. This one is, the images are kind of not that good, because they're all in boxes, and I remember the stories, I remember liking the stories, but looking at the design, it's not done that well. Though I do like the gold edges on the pages here. And this book, it has way too much text. There's just large chunks of text and few images in between it. I remember this one being harder to read when I was little. It's not that interesting compared to, well, the other books that are just have bigger text and more images. And some other books I thought were interesting. I don't know if this really counts as a book, but it's optical illusion books for kids, and I just thought it was an interesting book. Count as a book, I guess. And this one, I Spy. It's just more unique than other books, because it's like interactive, and where you would look for these objects in the image. And I remember kids playing with these or reading these all the time in school when we were kids. And yeah, I guess it's also just a children's book, so just different than what you usually think of, I think. So, yeah, that's about it. Bye.